There's a new Bridget Jones movie. Come back, you're too far from me. Hey internet family, welcome back. I hope you guys are doing well. Today I'm going to be doing a top 10 favorite MAC blushes, and I was going to do 5 but I couldn't decide which 5 to choose, so I had to make it 10. I'm sorry. I have no self-restraint and it's fine. It's not fine, but ignore that. Now when it comes to MAC, I'm a big fan of the Mineralize blushes. I just think they look so good on the skin. They give you that nice healthy glow, and because they've got a shimmer in them, you don't really need to wear a highlighter as well. So after I'd picked out the 10 blushes I was going to talk about today, I realized that I'd chosen 5 regular blushes and 5 Mineralize blushes, and they had a corresponding color. So one of the Mineralize blushes would be very similar to one of the regular ones, and I've sort of paired them together so that you can see what I'm talking about, and I'll swatch them together so that you can also see the difference in color. Now even though they look very similar, if you just look at them in the pan, they actually show up quite differently on the skin, just because they do have that shimmer in the Mineralize blushes, which changes the hue a little bit on the skin. I'm going to start with the lightest shades and then work my way to the darker ones, and just as a side note, these are more pinky peach toned colors just because these are the ones that work better with my skin tone, so I apologize if you don't like them, but unfortunately these are the ones that work the best with my skin tone. Now first up I've got a Mineralize blush, and it's in the color Just a Wisp. Now this is an extremely pale baby pink with like a silver sheen to it, and if you've got darker skin I wouldn't recommend this. It's definitely not going to show up well on you, but if you've got lighter skin or porcelain skin, this is going to look so beautiful. Now what I like to do with this is use it almost like a highlighter, so I'll use this along the top of my cheekbone and then go in with a darker color underneath, and it gives you this beautiful ombre effect. Now another baby pink blush which is slightly darker than the last one is this one over here. It's called Peony Petal, and if I hold them up next to each other you'll see that this is a darker shade and it's got more of that blue undertone to it. Now obviously the Mineralize blushes are very shimmery and this is more of a matte tone, so if you're looking for something that's that beautiful baby pink color but doesn't give you all that shine, then this is definitely the one to go for. My cat's trying to kick me off the bed. Now this next color is the first Mineralize blush which I ever bought, and I loved it so much that I went back and bought all the other colors. It's in the color New Romance, and this is just a really beautiful cool toned peach. It's got more of a silver sheen to it, and this is so finely milled that when it applies to the skin it just glides on so beautifully. It blends out stunning, and I just love this so much. I've reached pan now and it's killing me because I need another one. Now if you're looking for a more pinky toned peach, then this is the way to go. It's called Love Cloud, and if I hold them up next to each other you'll see this one over here has more of an orange tone to it, whereas this is more of a pink undertone. And as I said before, these are extremely shimmery, so if you're looking for something that's a little bit more natural, then definitely try this one. Even though this doesn't have any shimmer in it though, it does give you that really natural healthy glow, and you can't see it in the pan at all, but something in here just makes it look really glowy on the skin. Now if you're looking for a more intense peach, almost apricot color, then this is the one to go for. It's called Petal Power, and this is very similar to NARS Orgasm. I've actually swatched them next to each other before and it's almost impossible to tell the difference. Now obviously that doesn't really make a difference because in terms of price they are very similar, so you're not going to be really saving any money, but I really enjoy this. I love the pop of color, and this has a very strong gold shimmer running through it, so if you're looking for something that's a little bit more bold, then highly recommend this one. Another peachy tone which is a little bit darker is this one over here called Peachykeen, and this is part of the Sheer Tone Shimmer Blush collection, so it still does have that sheen, but it's nothing compared to the Mineralize blushes. This is a lot more subdued, so slightly darker in color if you compare them, but a lot less sparkly. Now on the days that I like to go a little bit more intense with my blush, this is the one that I go for. It's called Please Yourself, and this has a very blue undertone to it. It's a very bright pink, and it's also got that silver sheen to it. So if you're looking for something that's very bold, then try this one out. Now the blush that's quite similar to this one is called Dollymix, and if I hold them up next to each other you'll see that Dollymix has a little bit more of that orange tone to it. So if you want something that's a little bit more subdued and doesn't have all that shimmer in it, then definitely give Dollymix a try. And my last 2 blushes are what I like to call my boring blushes. Now by no means are they boring, it's just compared to the other colors these are quite subdued, and the first one is called Gentle. Now Gentle is a slightly brown toned pink, so if you're going for something that's quite bright on the lip or the eye, I can highly recommend this just because it's going to give you that slight pop of color without taking away too much of the rest of your makeup. And then for my last one I've got this one over here called Plum Foolery. Now again, very similar to the other one, slightly more of that Kylie Jenner lip color just in a blush, and this also has a little bit of a shimmer to it, but again not nearly as intense as this one over here. So if you're going to wear something that's really bright on the eye or the lip, definitely give something like this a try. It just gives you that slight splash of color without being too over the top. And that's it guys, I hope you enjoyed my top 10 MAC blushes. If you have any recommendations, please let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you all again next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!